And here we are. We're live. We're live. Yay. Okay. Let me get over to YouTube so I can see things the way everybody else sees them. Just a minute to open there. You look at a list of things to choose from sometimes, and the one you want's right there, but you just don't see it for some reason. I just have that moment. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Hey, Carla. Hi, Jacqueline. How you doing? Gonna put this on live chat. How's things going with you guys? How'd start to your week go? You had a good Monday. Candy, how you doing? All right, so it's just going to be me tonight and from every night here forward. I don't have anything prepared for this week. So we're just going to do the serial killer journal, and we can talk about serial killers. We can talk about, if you want, we can talk about some of the past things that else told us about. But next week I'll have a little something prepared, and we can go over something, more serial killery. For now, it's mostly just me and the book. And I'm picking up all these little bits of paper so I can figure out what we're going to work on tonight. So it'll be a little bit shorter than it was before. But you won't have to wait till the middle of the message earlier. I don't think I saw a message from you on. Let me have a look-see. Takes it a minute to get there. Okay. While that's happening, I can't see the chat. So I just thought this was a good page to take for the thumbnail this time. But I am trying to fill up these pages towards the back because I feel like they're a little more difficult to fill than some of the other stuff. I did get the guy and his earring inside the it's on there pretty good. So that's our card from last time. Lionel and his victim. It still needs a little work. Maybe we'll pull that out and see if we can't do something with that. Okay. No, you're not even, okay. I hate it when Messenger. Oh, well, I can't wait to hear about your news. You'll have to let me know. Not during the live, obviously. But yay. Henry Lee Lucas. Yes. Tell us all about it. You guys should. Henry Lee Lucas. That name sounds familiar. I don't have all the off the hand. I love the psychology of serial killers, but I don't necessarily. Because I don't have an H on my keyboard for. Henry Lee Lucas. So let's see. He was convicted of murdering his mother in 1960s and two others in 1983, and he rose to infamy as a claimed serial killer while incarcerated for these crimes when he falsely confessed to approximately 600 other murders to Texas Rangers and law officials. Interesting. He died in prison in 2001. Looks like he had 13 murder convictions and at least 10 life terms. He originally had the death sentence, but it was commuted to life in prison. So what fascinates you about him? I need the clippy thing because that won't stay down. Okay. So I'm looking through the pictures right now. I'm looking for a place where her body's buried. A nice picture for that. Okay. I imagine she's typing. But I'll be a little more prepared next week, because I'll know it's coming. Oh, that's a little big though for what we need. We need something small. A small picture. I seem to have a lot of really big pictures right now. These are all big. Let's see what's in our little bucket over here. Maybe I have something in the bucket still. Woo! Knocking stuff over. I'm going to move the serial killer journal out of the way for a moment. Well, I think for some of them, they might like to, but they don't for one reason or another, or the mother is no longer available as a victim. So sometimes they're, the victims are substitutes. But yeah, actual matricide, not that common. Okay, so I'm looking for a place to bury our little victim of the creepy old guy. Yeah, only in Hollywood. Now, but he's also from Texas, which is where you hail from, correct? Okay, we may have to use a small part of a map. We've got a little piece of New Mexico over there. A little pea tissue paper, maybe. What else do we have going on? No, I thought it looks like he was sentenced in Texas. Let's see, he was born in Blacksburg, Virginia. He was married from 1975 to 1977. And there are a couple of movies about him. And he's buried in Huntsville, Texas. Let's see. There's another. Hmm. Okay. Hey, Adria, how you doing? Well, he had an IQ of 85, which is, I don't think, all that high. Yes, I'm live. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Pizza?
No, I'll eat something out of the fridge.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
For whatever reason, it just doesn't sound good.
All right.
But thank you for asking.
I was gonna get one for the two of you and.
I'm good.
All right. Okay.
Appreciate the offer, though.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Let's look up 85 IQ. So 85 to 1, so average intelligence. On the low end of average, 85 to 114 is considered average. Oops. I'll tell them you guys said hi. Not feeling the pizza tonight. Okay, I think there's this piece of map I've got over here. Let me plop this down. All right, so I need the card. Oh boy. Okay, I got the card. The book out of the way for right now. Okay, I think we're going to use this little bit down here for Las Cruces. We're working on part of one of the tag for the pocket that we were working on Friday. No, he wasn't. He was just an average guy in that respect. Let me see if there's other. Okay. Well, it looks like his mother was a prostitute and he had alcoholic parents. Looks like his sentence was changed by George W. Bush from death row to life in prison. He was in and out of jail in his teens. He was sent to prison for murdering his mother, but wound up he tried to kill himself twice, and then they sent him to Iona State Mental Hospital, and he was paroled in 1970 after 10 years. And then he seems to have just gone downhill from there. He started trying to kidnap people, and it only got worse from there. Number 43. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. Oh, it's not tissue paper. It's a piece of, okay. It's a piece of the sandwich wrap, which will work just fine. Because it'll be sturdier than tissue paper. When was he governor of Texas? Let me see. George W. Bush served as the 46th governor of Texas from 1995 until 2000, when he resigned as governor amid his transition to U.S. presidency after being elected in 2000. All right, so I'm just, because it's a little girl that guy murdered, I'm going to use the pink here. I don't know. Just feeling it. We'll put a little, we'll ink it a little. Just want a little border on it. We'll ink both pieces. Maybe we'll do it in this green color. Something a little different. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite. I like looking at the statistics, like what kind of backgrounds do they come from? You know. I'm more about nature versus nurture, like how much of, and I think it's different with different serial killers. I think some were born naturally leaning that way, and I think some and the environment had a little effect, but I think it's more a case of, a lot of times it's nurture, environment, expectations. Because you do get the serial killer where they've come from a completely normal family. They have normal brothers and sisters. There was no alcoholism. There was no abuse. And they still wind up as a serial killer. But there's a theory that people have set points for different things, for triggers for depression and whatnot. That, some people, it takes only a small incident for them to become depressed or, bipolar or whatever. But for others, it takes a whole lot before they get there. So different people have different set points, obviously, and genetics plays a huge part in that. But the rest of it, I think, is nurture. I think it's your, socioeconomic level. It's alcoholism plays a big factor. Families where violence is very common, greater tendency. So I like to look at those kind of things. I've read I was in an accident a number of years ago, and I had my brain scrambled a little bit. So I used to know a lot more than I know now. Ooh, do we want on this side better? I think that's in Jersey. And this side is Las Cruces. I'm going to go with Las Cruces. Ooh, speaking of New Jersey, I finished book 22 in the Stephanie Plum series. They are just... It is a source of amusement. I cannot even begin to tell you. I love those books for just the sheer level of ridiculousness, So I've just started, before the live, I read about 2 chapters in. to book 23. It'd be creepy if I wrote the little girl. I don't think I have any crayons. I have no crayons. I'll look at getting some the next time I go to the dollar store, though. Just a basic pack. There we go. And I didn't glue all the way to the edges because I want this to have a little bit of lift to it. All right. And then we do have our creepy guy over here with the earring. You don't think you're... That's true. It does look, if we could have just made him into a drag queen if this weren't a serial killer journal. He's got the right kind of face for it, you know? We could have gone a long way with that. Okay. Now we need a little button or something. I found this when I was cleaning up some stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of cleaning stuff. You know, I love to dump buttons out, but I really hate putting them away. Buttons, they're so fun. So we've got a little pink one right here. She's wearing a red sweater here. Oof. You read every horse book they had? You button dumper. I know, right? The clutch your pearls, girls. I dumped all the buttons out. That one's not showing up very well, though. I don't think. Let me get live on here. I'm not live on my own live. At least they put it on live chat. I don't even know why I have this alarm. I set it for something, and it just keeps going off every night. Yes, you actually filled one out one school year. Oh, I love to read. I don't have nearly the time I used to. Oh, there's a nice big orange one. Or not big, but it's a nice color orange one. I don't think I have 3 of the same kind in here. Because I could do that. Or we could just do 3 different size orange buttons. You have not read as much as you moved a year ago. I try to make some time now. Like when I have lunch, I might spend an extra half an hour reading a book. You know, I will sometimes go sit out at the table deliberately. Trying to decide if I like that or not. I think I do. I think that will be okay. But I've had years where I've read over 300 books. And not all of them were adult books. And if you look at my Goodreads account, a fair number of the books I've read this year have been children's literature. Because we bought that series from the dollar store. Those creeper mysteries that are like Goosebumps light. And those don't take but a couple hours to read. You like the Reddit stories? I used to listen. I had I don't know if it was a YouTube channel or a podcast. Probably a podcast. Where they would read the stories out loud from Reddit. And then Elle started listening to them constantly out there. So I kind of got turned off. You can hear too much of something. But yeah, they can be quite fun. I've been trying to finish. I never can get more than 15 or 25 episodes in. And then I get distracted by something else. I love Welcome to Night Vale, which has nothing to do with. But it's a great story, you know. It's a great, kind of irreverent, off the wall. It seems well, it's serving kind of the same function, and it's free. I don't know which one she listens to, but I don't like the narrator. I find him to be very annoying. But she listens to a bunch that I find annoying. Doesn't seem to bother her at all. I just shut my door. But I've heard quite a few of those. I just like reading, books, but I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else because I read a book. It's just something that I do, It's not like, ooh, I'm a better person because I read books. That's ridiculous. Wherever you get your kicks at, it doesn't matter as long as you enjoy it. So I'm on the second to the last color. The navy blue is coming out of the dye vat. I just put out the third load earlier this afternoon. It'll probably be done by tomorrow morning. I'll put out the last batch this evening. And I think I'm staying up late to iron. I'm going to wait till Mike goes to bed. And then I'll do some ironing. And I won't have big globs of glue sticking up through there. Okay, let me put the lid on this because it's bubbling up a little bit. It's working on a nice big glue booger there. If I leave it open. I have not gotten any of my sale videos up, so I'm going to have to change my... Tomorrow we'll do Neighborhood of Teeny, and I'll start the videos tomorrow. I had some unexpected things come up that I had to get done. Usually I just wipe it with a paper towel. I wipe it off if I can. If there's extra, sometimes it still glues itself shut. I use a pair of pliers carefully. And I have also used needle nose pliers for it, just to get a good grip on it. Sometimes it takes a little work. I'll go around and clamp the pliers a couple of times around the edge and try to crack the dried glue on it, and then usually it just twists open. You've started reading The Midnight Library? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Let me look it up real quick. The Midnight Library. At the end of every one of these lives, I have like 15 tabs open. I bring up my other keyboard, stupid H. Library. Let's see. Follows the life of Nora Seed, who finds herself in a library between life and death, with the opportunity to try out alternate versions of her life and find which one she truly belongs. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that. And it's got 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. Hey, Mari, how's it going? Jordan Group Horror. Is that the one you don't like? All right, so I think we're going to call that one done. Just a simple little one. Oh, we need to circle something on the, let me get the red pen. Circle someplace on the map. Let's see, let me look here. How about Fair Acres? Okay, OP. Her name is Cece. We named her Cece on Friday. And his name is Lionel, I think. Yeah, he's Lionel. Oops, I left a button out of the bag. It's a crime. It's a crime against buttons. So there we go. We got another one finished. We just got to let these buttons dry. So I'll prop it up over here. Let that dry so I don't forget about it. Adria, haha, Lionel. Someone suggested it. I didn't choose it. It was a suggestion on Friday. So that goes in here. And we need a victim for right there. Uh-oh, I've lost the Clippy. Where'd the Clippy go? Oh, there. I see the Clippy. Clippy. All right, so let's find us a little victim to go with this creepy abandoned building hallway with the peeling paint and everything. That shows you what I remember from week to week. I knew it was suggested. Too much information in there. So yeah, so the blue paper's coming out. If you want, I can go grab a sheet. The Frankie reprisal is ironed and ready to go. So my first video, which is done, I swear, I wanted to have 2 videos done before I started dropping them, and I was going to start dropping them on Friday. So I figure I'll just do one every day, Monday, Tuesday through Thursday, maybe 1 or 2, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think I have 4 videos. So one of the days we might release 2. Okay. I'll go get it. And then we'll have the live sale recap and a few new items on Friday. And then I haven't been so good about the Sundays. Yesterday I was in the garage and I didn't have my phone with me, so I didn't hear the alarm go off. That was on me. Let me go grab some blue paper. I'll be right back. Oof. All right, I'm back. That's the one I found was Hag. It looks like a cute story. So I would have liked it to be a little bit darker. I'm going to preface with that, but I'm still happy with how it came out. This one's a damage. It's got a tear in it. Wet paper is easy to tear. I'm just going to say that. I only brought in a few pieces because the other part of it's much lighter. And I'm going to save that out for a different You bought the Audible. Nice. That's a good way to, that one's damaged too. So that is the, and this is blue. This blue does have a little bit of sparkle in it because it's hard to tell the other dark colors. So one of them had to have sparkle. So that's going to be our blue for the Goth Rainbow. Okay. So, I don't know how well you can see it, but that's our hallway for an abandoned building. I got a video catches up with. Oh, okay. This way. There we go. So it's a hallway in an abandoned building or a room. It could be a room, but I think it's a hallway. If it's a room, it's a long, skinny room. So we're going to find us a little victim. Not another little girl. That's not going to be our norm. We killed the guy that killed the girl. That's where we went with our serial killerness. Let me pull up my bin here and see what I can find. I'm glad you guys like it. So, the last of the burgundy is the last color, the dark red. And that should be done coming out on Wednesday, and it only takes a few hours to iron the paper once it's out. So it'll be ready by the Friday recap. I think I want to cut her down. I think she's going to be our victim. And then I'm just looking through all the other bits and bobs in here to see if there's anything else we might want to include. Okay. Twisted. You too lazy to iron paper? Oh, it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't ironed. All right, so I'm going to grab the paper trimmer real quick and just trim her down some so she fits a little better on the paper. So if you don't have a favorite serial killer, what types of crime, like what type of murders fascinate you most? Like, is it, I think I understand it. I don't understand why they don't walk away. I have a bit of a fascination for, and there was when I lived in Ohio and then Phoenix, there was kind of a slew of them all around the same time. Men who killed their whole families and then just walked away and started a whole nother life. Like, I don't understand, how could things be so bad that you couldn't just walk away, you know? So I that part I didn't get. So I think I want to do something like that. And then I think it was Artie Dar who sent me these film strip pieces. So I think I want to put a little film strip piece down the side here. So I'm just going to snip one of those off, a little bit of one. Oh, this one's already kind of snipped, so let's go with that one. Okay. Or maybe up here, like that. Cannibals. Hi, Angie. You use wax paper on the Uline catalogs to waterproof them and use them as wood. That's nice. That's a good way to go. Any heavy book will really work. All right, so I think I am. I'm going to layer this black piece while trying not to cover up too much of the, because I don't want to lose the doorway and the window. Okay, so let's ink that. Ooh, I threw my ink on the floor. It tried to run away. All right. How you doing, Miss Angie? Well, I think cannibals fascinate a lot of people because it's such a taboo. I think that's part of the reason, the Hannibal Lecter, the books and the movies, and then they made the TV, the short series. I think well, it's something you're conditioned to think, it's such a, it's just not done, right? I mean, obviously, we like, the Donner Party or the people in the airplane where, they didn't have anything and they wanted to survive. So I need to get a stapler in a minute. I think we sort of forgive those instances where it was extreme conditions, but just as a general rule, that's kind of one of the more, but it's also morbidly fascinating, Are you serious? No, I didn't know that. You forgot it was Monday. That's okay. We'll lose quite a bit of people who come in to watch this simply because there's not some people come in just for Els and her storytelling. She does an excellent storyteller. But I'll be better prepared next week. I didn't, I ran out of time this week trying to get all of this rainbow stuff finished up after having so much trouble with I'm looking for my stapler while I'm wandering around here. Having so much trouble getting the die situated. Always losing something. I prefer not to glue this down. I'd like to staple it. I can't remember where I put the stapler. And I have both a tiny attacher and a regular stapler. And I thought they were over here. It's got my corner chomper. One of them. Where did my stapler go? It might be in one of these drawers over here. Oh. Wouldn't it be so shocking if this new law team proved Peterson was innocent, though? I really feel like he did it. Oh, I'm sure she is, Carla. She's always there. She's very dependable. The Menendez brother had me thinking, are they are psychopaths, lazy brats. I don't know, people in the Menendez brothers case, I really think they thought that they were going to, be on easy street. That if they killed their parents, they would have access to the money and no parents telling them what to do. And I found my stapler. That's a good day right there. I think that's youthful, They're not equipped to think that all the way through. I don't know how they thought they were really going to get away with that. But, young people think they know everything, and they really probably thought they were smarter than most of the people they were going to deal with. Okay. Well, now at least I know where my stapler lives. All right, let's try and get her to stick down a little more. I think it's going to be fine once it's dry. Okay. We just had a name thought of for her. Oh, Irma. I thought she would be a good Irma. I did not either. I think they really thought they were smarter than, and that it wouldn't be that hard to get away with it. Just greedy, just normal greedy bullshit is what I think. Okay. So she's done. I don't really want to close that just yet. I'm going to flip through a little bit here with my over the see where we want to. I don't want to put anything there. I think I just like that how it is. Okay, so the next place we need something is the bread page. And I think here we've got some stuff to go on these 2 pages at least. So this would be our next page. So I got to think about that for a second. I do have, and I don't know, we're probably just going to glue stuff over the page. I'm not going to try and incorporate the bread oven into it. But Annie, oh, that actually sounds good, Carla. Aw, she does have a good heart. Oof. Oh, that's terrible. Stage 4. Oof. I will tell you, Angie, I had cheesecake last night. Mike bought a cheesecake for Mother's Day, and we all had some. Except Sandy, she went to bed early. She had hers today, I think. All right, I think maybe this is dry enough to go ahead and put back in the... Hold, please, while I slide this back in here without... There we go. There he lives. Let's give this a year, I guess. Oh, rain. It'll rain some of the best things. Nothing you can do about it, though, unfortunately. I'm going to go with maybe something in the 90s. We'll say it's 1992. We know we were in New Mexico doing other stuff. Okay. A little bit. I did. I had a fleeting thought of you, Angie. I'm like, I got the cheesecake this time. Ooh, 60. Well, we think that's cold here for sure. All right, so I think I had kind of a grouping of photos picked out that we could maybe use for that page. I don't think it's going to be too much trouble if I close it. Maybe if I put the pin closer up. Because, here we go. But I do have a plastic piece I can put in between there too. Just in case, because there's glue on that lacy piece too. So we have kind of a summer carnival theme going here. Oh, the dogs are barking at something. It's too early in the week for Mr. Buggy to be here. Okay, we could cut some of one end of that off, I think. I think this goes best over here because it covers most of the bread oven. Then we could put that there. And I know I'm going to say it. I think I might want to make that into a pocket. You've been under the covers all day? Let's see if I can figure out what it is today. It's 92 right now. It's been warm the last couple of days here. We should be heading into our summer weather now. We've kind of stretched out. It's usually not this cool for this long, to be honest with you. May is, usually by the end of April, we're in the 90s. We've flirted with it a few times, but let's see what the high and low today is supposed to be. 96 was the high, and 71 is the low tonight. So it'll be nice this evening, but not chilly or anything. We're hitting where it's going to be full on summer anytime now. I'm not rubbing it in. I do not want 90-degree weathers because that means we're heading straight towards 105, 115. Get a cold front from Canada that brought to. Oh, ew. That'll fuck up your allergies. Oh, no. Well, we're going to keep you in our thoughts and prayers, Miss Candy. We want you to be happy and healthy. So I have two pictures of Ferris wheel here, but I'm really leaning towards this one. And then we've got one there. And so I think we're going to put these in, but we're not going to finish the page yet because I think I'd like to find a couple more pictures to go with this. I think I'm going to cut this one down smaller to just mostly be the trailer. But maybe like someone traveling around with the carnival murdering people. And we definitely would like to know how it goes. We want to know how you're doing, girl. So let me trim this down just a little bit too closer to the trailer so it fits with the theme. But I think I have a couple of other pictures, carnival type pictures, in my stash. I just need to look through it. So does anybody have a suggestion for the next serial killer that I look into, or maybe a specific murder? I mean, and I talked about the guys who murdered their families, and so there was a guy, and I think it was not that far from us when we lived in Phoenix, in the Phoenix area. We lived in the Phoenix Scottsdale area, maybe in Peoria or someplace like that. He had killed his wife, his 2 or 3 kids, burnt down the house, and then just took off. And I think he tried to pretend he was on a business trip when they finally found him. And but I think it took him a while to find the guy. I'm like, how bad could it have been? Like that you felt the need to murder your family instead of just getting a divorce and leaving. Like, there was like a slew, like hostess choice. That's not helpful. All right, I'll find something fun. Well, fun is kind of a misnomer, but you know what I mean. Well, I'll take some notes. We'll get some maps. It'll be fun. Be fun to do a little research project every week. It doesn't have to be super in-depth. But I like doing that kind of stuff. But there was like a slew. There was like 5 or 6 of them around the country, kind of in the Midwest area mostly, where that happened. Like, and it was always kind of the same. Sometimes it was just a wife, but often it was he would kill his wife and kids. And men aren't the only ones. What about that lady that tried to drown her kids in the bathtub, and then and there was one in a lake, I think? Like, what the hell? Like, there are other options in life. And I think maybe the bathtub drowning lady who did it because she was dating a guy who didn't want her kids. He didn't want to have the kids in the picture. Like, there's no guy worth the life of your kids. I'm sorry. But apparently she thought so. All right, I need a piece of paper. I'm thinking what paper I want to. I've got tons of paper all around me, but most of it's packaged up for the sale and for the. Oh, here we've got this pink piece. It's a big piece. So let's take part of this. Big paper's useful. Karen Smith. Oh, wow. That would freak me out a little bit. But you're not looking to run around. I mean, children aren't my favorite people, but I don't want them murdered, you know? Just saying. Okay. Okay, right there is good. She still breathes there. Hi, Janice. No, it's wrong. I've had the urge, but you know, you think these things through. It's not. They're annoying in the short term, but it's one of the few things I don't have any sympathy for, you know? You have other options. I don't care how few options you think you have. There are always choices, you know? Yeah, that was some shit. So I will think about it tonight and I'll pick something tomorrow. And I'll let you guys know what I'm looking at so that if you want to read it up a little bit so we can have a discussion and then we'll discuss the particulars of the crime. And you don't have to, but I'll give you some links and stuff on the Facebook group so that if you want to kind of, you know, scope it out a little bit. That could be a thing. I've got a couple of things in mind. I just need to do some basic research and choose which one I think. Okay, now I need to just trim up. So I need to trim a little bit off the top, I think, and then re-ink it. And I think it'll fit perfectly and be a good pocket. So I gave it kind of a weird ripty top. How you doing, Miss Janice? How's Mr. Janice? You taking care of yourself? It's hard to take care of yourself when you're taking care of someone else, that's for sure. It can be exhausting. Okay, so let me get some glue on this. Oh, is he still in the hospital? I am sorry to hear that. Oh boy. I have so many people that, and I'm not minimizing. I feel like the craft community and family are getting hit pretty hard right now with health issues and other things. But I will definitely put some extra energy into my healing work before, you know. I do a little in the morning, a little in the evening. I try to start out the day, and end the day with some good vibe stuff. I think that looks pretty good. I think that's good. So we'll have just a little pocket, just a little lightweight pocket. And we're just going to put a couple of little tucks in there. Maybe what we'll do is some pictures backed on some paper, and we'll put the victim information that way. I think that would probably be good. All right, so let me glue around the edges here. Still sick. I don't know when else is going to go in for her knee. I hope it's soon. I know it's given her. She is sleeping for shit because she can't get comfortable. Every position is uncomfortable. Put some kind of pressure on the knee. So hopefully she'll get in soon for the surgery. And that'll come with its own problems. But in the long term, shit, I just dropped my glue lid on the floor. There it went. Rolled right over the edge of the table. And as serious a health problem as it is compared to some of you guys, that's small potatoes. I would like to wave a magic wand and make it all go away. It sucks. It puts you, when you have your own personal problems, like I have some health problems, like my blood pressure is kind of out of control at the moment, but it's stress related. Okay, I think that's a good, generous little pocket right there. If we don't put anything too heavy in it, I think that'll be fun. It's a little so lightweight, backed some pictures, I think, for because your carnivals and fairs and stuff, they travel around. So I think, and I might even put a finger hole here. We could turn this into a, I need to stop. Stop with the pockets, Amy. Stop with the pockets. Okay, let's glue that down before I turn it into another pocket. I think it's not coming in. Oh no, Angie. Oh, well, yeah. You won't be making any more of those, unfortunately. But you're a lucky girl. That's got some punch to it. I do it as part of my meditation work. It's a good time to work it in. It's good energy, good juju. So we probably should, or maybe I should, come up with, I've got some like schedule type papers, some, those listy things for sort of planning things out. Come up with the list of dates and some map pieces for where the fair goes around. And I think I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to do it. Good night, Mari. Get some good sleep, girl. Thanks for coming and watching with us, and thank you for watching the replays. I appreciate it. You're made of awesome. Get good rest, girl, though. Everybody needs good rest. So I've been working at my meditation, and it does help quite a bit with the stress. I'm trying to look at it all as a big adventure, you know? Oh, no worries. I might be able to come up with something online, you know, that I can mock up. Not too bad, though. All right, let's look at what kind of. We don't want to stay on too late. I figure maybe an hour and 20 minutes every Monday. We don't want to make it too long. Start of the week and all that. But we're right on schedule. And next week I'll have a little serial killery murder stuff to share with you guys. So but yeah, I think I'm happy with how this. I have a couple. I think I have a picture of the one where the swings are on the thing and it spins you around. Where and you might die while it's spinning around because it could fling you off there. You know, that was always one of my. Not as a child. As a child, I didn't ever think of that stuff. A few times as an adult, and I'm like, if this chain snaps, it's all over. So we finished up the card that for back here with the guy with the pearl earring and the little girl. We added a map to that, and then we did the rest of this page. We've got our little film strip piece here, our abandoned building hallway or room, our victim, a little bit of information. So I said her name is Irma, and she's guilty of embezzling from a retirement home. She had to go. You don't steal from old people or children. Yeah, I do too. But that doesn't mean I don't think, you know, if this chain snapped, I'd be fucked. I can't do anything really bumpy anymore. But there are a few that I love going on the Ferris wheel, even though I'm a little bit afraid of heights. And I love going on those swing things. And there's a couple other rides I can do there, you know. And I like to play some of the games, even though I'm not going to win. It's fun to play a little bit of the games, you know. I've got no skills at all, but it's fun to try. As long as you don't sink too much money into it, you're supporting the people that, you know, work and move with the fair or the circus or the whatever it is. Yeah, well, some of them do need some maintenance. Well, you know, I'm going to try, Angie. We're all going to try. You got a pink refrigerator full of cheesecakes and you're hoarding them all. So we'll come back and work on this next time. I'm going to let it sit here for a little while and dry out. And then I'm going to probably do some research. I do have some, you know what, I'm only thinking of it while we're right here. I had a big pile of stuff. And while you guys are sitting here, just because I keep sorting through it and thinking, I need to put that in the serial killer. I need to put that in the serial killer. Let me set this aside so it can dry. I don't like to close it while they're wet pages. I'm always a little bit scared they're going to stick together. So yeah, we're one color. Two colors. One is already drying. I think it's got 2 more sets, which we'll do tonight. I'm probably in the middle of the night, and then it'll be ready to come out tomorrow. I can rewash the racks and get the burgundy red color going. I left a little snappy thing out of there. They have a small pile that's got some stuff in it, I think, for the serial killer. And we'll sort that real quick. And that'll make our time. Let's see. I think about the bolt. Yeah. Because I don't think they get the best maintenance in the world, you know. We did. We told her we'd get her a helmet. It would be sparkly and have dingly bobbers on it. We're not going to just roll her down the... And we're going to put mattresses down there. Geez. We're not uncaring. Okay. That's going to be for the face of Teeny. That belongs in the serial killer. Okay, these two girls belong in the serial killer. That's going to be for mixed meat, for Scraps of Joy. I think I'm going to put this one in Scraps of Joy, even though it came from our serial killer stuff. I want to use it in there. That's all for... That's for Christmas. Moose! He may be going into the Happy Teeny thing. That's scrap pieces. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. That belongs in the serial killer. Be a good place to take notes. One of these times we'll have to get out the typewriter and type up some information for the serial killer journal. I think I want that in the serial killer journal. That's for the desk cleanup. Ooh, we were going to do that lady with a house on her head. And I had cut these out and then I misplaced them. So we found our houses. And a collage that's been missing. Okay. I love that. But not for the serial killer. These are for a meditation style journal. I think this is going to be for our next serial killer. Because it's too big for the current one. Same with that picture. And then what do we have here? I know there were a couple of things. Probably not for the serial killer. I think that's for something more. I love this doorway. I'd love to cut that out and use it in a collage. Oh, these are from those Enchanted Living magazines. Okay. See if I can find the rest of the stuff that... I think this is more for the bigger serial killer. Ooh. Oh, I just tore something. Oh. She's for the Scraps of Joy. We got some stuff for the Foodatini. I think that's just for our creepy collage, which we need to start doing again. I feel like I haven't done any creepy collage in a while. That's for the people one. And I have a whole bunch of black and white trees coming up. Not sure what to do with them just yet. What a ham. Okay, meditation, food. Food or summer. Not the serial killer. Okay, I do think this one was for the serial killer, though. I think we're going to use part of this for that. It's actually upside down. It goes like that. Okay, food stuff. Okay, so. Oh, man, I set down my serial killer pictures now. Okay, here it is. Some days. Skechers ads. They make me think of Nicole over at Relax Cut Glue. Big sunglasses. Oh, look at that cupcake. Too much frosting, but it's cool. There's my black and white trees, the rest of them. Well, we got some mausoleums. I think this might be too big for... We might be able to make that work in the serial killer. All right, Angie. See you later. Blessings to you and yours, girl. We'll keep you in our thoughts for your relatives. You guys are having a rough go of it. This always, I know it's the wrong numbers, but this always reminds me a little bit of The Shining. That's good for a haunted journal. So that's so we got these to kind of work into our, got a new couple of victims, something we can type or write on. I am just in love with corrugated cardboard right now. Some mausoleums, above ground burial space, and this which is out of a magazine, but I think it would be great in the serial killer. 125-year-old blue house in Georgia's capital city. Oh, Georgia, like the country, Georgia. During the communist rule. How do you hide a mansion in plain sight? You make it look like shit on the outside. All right, so we got a few new things to add to our serial killer right here. Yay. And that's the end of our live, ladies. Thank you for the thumbs up, those who gave. Thank you if you gave thumbs down. All thumbs are equal in this setting. What did I do with my other? It is. So, you can see we have a lot of glue projects I need to work on. Some of those will be on Patreon. Some of those will be on here. Some of them will be free content on Patreon. It's worth joining up for free if you're interested, because there will be free content. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. I will be on tomorrow night. We'll be doing Neighborhood of Teeny. And look for that first sale video tomorrow. Come hell or high water, it is happening, people. Bye, Candy. So bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye, 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 bye. And that is the end. You ladies have a great evening and a great Tuesday, okay? Bye, Roseanne. The end.